It's time for Mount Union Basketball presented by SARTA on AM 1310 WDPN and live on the AM 1310 Facebook, X, and the Q92 YouTube channel. Now let's take you live courtside to our play-by-play team of Sam Berquin and Ryan Keller. This is Mount Union Purple Raider Basketball, brought to you by SARTA on AM 1310 WDPN.
I don't know what happened.
Which I don't think is true.
And good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Mack Center on the campus of the University of Mount Union. Today, it's college basketball OAC D3 style as the undefeated Mount Union Purple Raiders at 10-0 take on the 5-4 Ohio Northern Polar Bears. Hi, everybody. I'm Sam Berquin, joined by my partner, Ryan Keller, today from the Mack Center as we get you ready to go for some college basketball. And, well, what's Urban Meyer say? The best thing about being whatever and best thing of being about 10-0 is the chance to go 11-0, right?
Yeah, and Mount Union's been playing really complementary basketball with one another as well. It'll be interesting to see how they get started off today. Last game against Baldwin Wallace, we talked to Chance Kasenheiser after the game, and he had mentioned how it kind of took a little bit of time for them to get up for that game. Probably a similar situation to this one as well. You know, a little better crowd than we had the other day, but still an afternoon game. Nobody's in school. So I'd like to see them start this game off with a little bit more energy and a little more go get them than they did against Baldwin Wallace, because they're definitely capable to do that. So we'll see how this game starts off today, and it needs to be a big start. You've got a team that beat you the last time that you played one another. Their Miller's back for them as well. Will Miller, who had 23 or 24 points last time they played. So this isn't a team that's going to lay down for them. Mount Union has to come up, throw the record aside. They have to be ready to play at 10.
So our officiating crew today, and I don't know which one it was. I think I know who it was. You notice they had to go back in and change.
Yeah.
They would not let them wear. I don't think everybody on Mount's team had gray underneath their gray jerseys.
They had white.
Somebody spotted it, and they made them go downstairs and change and come back out and wear.
Yeah, you know who it was.
Yeah. I didn't want to. I didn't want to say, but yeah.
Yeah, because that's so important to the basketball game.
Yeah, and it has. I don't think it's anything to do with patches or wording, or it was just the color. They all had to be quote unquote in uniform underneath their uniforms, if that makes any sense. So the Raiders were going to go with the grays today. And now they had to go down and get the all-white. So we're getting closer and closer to tip-off here on AM 1310 WDPN as the Purple Raiders take on the Polar Bears. Now, after today, as I talked to Coach Fuline on my show a couple days ago, after today, they're gonna send them home for a couple days. They're going to enjoy the holidays, then we'll get back here and get ready to roll. The 29th and the 30th is the next time we'll be back here. So a little bit of time to get away with the family, enjoy the holidays. But man, when you possibly could be 11-0 going into the break, I imagine they'll be itching to get back here and start playing.
Yeah, and I mean, imagine if, God forbid, they don't win this game, having to go on break with that loss in the back of their mind. That would definitely get them fired up and ready to go for when they come back. But let's hope Mount Union can come out and play the kind of basketball they've been playing. They've got a good rotation. They're able to rotate 5 and 5 with Eli back here tonight. Looks like he's going to play after taking care of a foot injury last week against Baldwin Wallace. There's some matchups here tonight as well. Ohio Northern has a guy who's 6'11". They've got a 6'7" guy, very similar to the lineup that Mount Union has with Vaden and Large.
So we're getting closer and closer to tip-off here at the Mack Center. You were here Tuesday. You say today it already looks like the crowd's a little bit bigger today than Tuesday.
Yeah, a little bit bigger than it was on Tuesday. Like the students are gone, so yeah, not a packed house here. But Ohio Northern traveled a little bit better than Baldwin Wallace did as well.
Very good. So the Raiders again looking to go 11-0. Ohio Northern looking to score their 6th win of the season. Throughout the basketball game today, we'll be get your score updates on college football playoff games today, college basketball. We'll take a look back if we have time. We'll look back at some of the high school basketball games from the area from last night. But right now we will pause for our national anthem here at Mount Union.
See by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, Satan's that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
All right, just about ready to roll here from the Mack Center on this Saturday afternoon. Nice rendition of our national anthem. Is that live or that's on audio? I didn't see anybody with a microphone.
No, I think it was recorded.
That had been recorded. Dan Buckle, our PA guy, announcing the starting lineups for the Northern Polar Bears today. It's going to be Mason Studer at a guard, Will Miller at a guard. Noah Langford will be at another guard. They go with the 3-guard lineup here. Aiden Harris, the forward, at 6'4", and Theo Hogg will be number 15. He is a 6'7" junior. For the Purple Raiders of Mike Fuline, they will go with the sophomore 6'1" out of Uniontown Lake, Chance Kasenheiser. Kevin Moore, forward 6'3" out of Youngstown Campbell Memorial. Kevin Hamilton out of Akron St. Vincent St. Mary, of course, transferring in from Youngstown State University. Caleb Lowrick, 6'7", 200-pound senior forward out of Copley. And Elijah Farrington from Maslin, Washington, a 6'7" junior forward. He was kind of nursing a little foot injury the other night. against Baldwin Wallace. Looks like the big man, he was moving around pretty good today in pregame warm-ups. And he's ready to roll. Coach Larry Karras and his lovely wife are here today in their familiar seats at the Mac Center. Coach Drewline's ready. We're ready. Hope you're ready on 1310 WDPN. Get a shout-out to Ryan Rainsberg running the show back at the studios on Smith Avenue today at the Carnation City. All right, so the Purple Raiders, we're going to wear gray today. That got changed. They will be in the all-whites today. White jerseys, white shorts, purple numbers and letters, trimmed into black. Ohio Northern, black jersey shorts, orange numbers and letters, trimmed in the white with the orange end on the right side of the shorts. So ready to get settled in here on 1310 WDPN. And, of course, streaming live at Q92radiosports.com. And we are underway here at the Mac Center. Purple Raiders looking to go 11-0 on the young season. They'll start with a basketball. Lowrich lobs it down to Elijah. Double pump, triple pump. Put it off the glass rim. No. Loose ball on the floor picked up by Stutter. Mason Stutter coming across the timeline to Will Miller, who gets it over on the left wing back to Stutter. Purple Raiders are coming out in their traditional man-to-man defense at the top of the key. 19-25 in the first half of play. No score here at Mount Union. Miller coming off of the screen. Will into the paint. Nice pick and roll. Back to the basket. Put it up and put it in. Nice basket by Theo Mag with his first two. And the Polar Bears get the first basket of the afternoon. Here comes Kaysenheiser at the other end of the floor to Caleb. He'll set and shoot that three. Grazed the front of the rim, no good. And the rebound picked off by Harris. Here comes Ohio Northern. Going left to right here in the first half of play. Miller's got it out the block. Down low. Mag working in, bumping. Stearns hooks it up on the rim and in. Elijah really couldn't play him any tougher. And Mag was able to roll it down through 4-0 Bears. 18-40 at the first half of play here at Alliance. University of Mount Union, Purple Raiders. Last game before the Christmas holiday break. For them, anyhow. Students have been gone since Thanksgiving. Hamilton steps back, shoots the three. Back to the rim, no good. And not the start we were looking for here today, partner.
Yeah, it took them about 8 minutes against Baldwin Wallace to really kind of get into a rhythm and flow on Tuesday. So a slow start for the Purple Raiders here early on.
Almost a walkout there by Harris. Way out on top. He'll shoot the three. Glass rim, no. And the loose ball picked up by Elijah Farrington. Elijah will hand it off to Chance. Here comes Kaysenheiser across the timeline for the Raiders. 17:55 in the first half. 4-0 Bears in front. Ball goes down low to Caleb. Turns, shoots over the hoop. Rebound. Caleb got his own board. Out on top to Kaysenheiser, and they'll reset.
You kind of feel like they just need to hit one bucket just to kind of get the jitters out of the way and kind of get them into the flow of the game.
Kaysenheiser on top, picked up by Stutter. Chance goes around a screen. Chance goes into the paint. Floater from 6. Glass rim it in. There's our first bucket of the afternoon. Ace Kaysenheiser with his first two. And the Purple Raiders down 4-2. 17-25 first half of play. Don't forget media timeouts at 16-12, 8-4. Northern with the ball looking for their 6th win of the season. Going to the hoop, putting it off the glass and missing everything completely was Harris. But Harris gets the ball back in the corner. Now Will Miller. Miller, one of their more dangerous offensive players for this squad. There was a moving screen on her, no call. Harris got free for the 18-footer, no. Ball picked up by Mag. Theo down low, back in against Lowrich. Rolled it over the rim, no good. Big review by Kevin Moore. Here come the Raiders right to left. Kevin in a hurry gets a screen from Hamilton deep on the left side. Hamilton throws it down to Farrington. Elijah couldn't grab it. Turnover. Here come the Polar Bears left and right. Up 4-2. Only 6 points so far today between these teams. Mag down low, goes around Caleb, hooks him, puts it up on the rim. No! Oh, loose ball foul. Way late whistle there.
I think he called that on, I think he called it on the shot. Wow. That was a terrible call.
So Theo Mag will shoot 2 free throws line right. 16:37 to go in the first half. And it's a 4-2 Ohio Northern lead. Theo Mag, free throw off the front of the rim. Almost did get there, no good.
Your guy's like kneeing him right off the rim.
Yeah. Free throw. Mag missed them both. There's a little
ball
justice.
doesn't lie.
Little justice there. Rebound picked up by the Purple Raiders. 16:35 to go in the first half. 4-2 Northern on front of the Purple Raiders here. Kasenizer steps into a long three. Chance up and good from downtown. Now they're going to say he was on the line, so only a two-pointer for Chance Kasenizer, and it's a 4-4 game at the Mack Center. 16:15 to go, first half of play. Will Miller, Mag, Lewis. Right side to Mag behind the three-point line. 16:05 to go. Miller sets him to shoot that long three. Back to the rim. He kind of forced that a little bit. Loose ball underneath. Taken away by the Raiders, and they throw it away. Hamilton tried to get it out in front to Kasenizer. The ball rolled out of bounds, and that'll bring us to our first stoppage in play. 15:57 to go in the first half. We'll take a timeout. It's Mount Union and Ohio Northern tied at 4. It's Purple Raider basketball on 1310 WDPN.
Sarda Me to shop, work, activities, the park, the doctors, or the grandmas.
SARTA riders count on us to go so many places, enjoy so many things, and visit so many friends and family members. Nearly 1.5 million riders on 27 fixed routes and nearly 100,000 ProLine rides for a total of 4 million miles.
Every ride tells a story, and every rider counts. Where to? SardaMe.com.
You're listening to Mount Union Basketball presented by SARTA on AM 1310 WDPN.
Back at the Mack Center, Sam Burke and Ryan Keller, 1310 WDPN, streaming Q92radiosports.com and all of our social media platforms.
So
A
they're
little review over here, huh?
Yeah, they're looking at that Kasenizer shot to see if it was a 2 or a 3. So the officials are over here around us now, and they're looking at the screen to try to determine whether we had a 2-point or a 3-point basket.
Tough for us to tell.
I wasn't. I wasn't
just
looking.
the angle. We just gotta. So it'll stay at 2.
But this is kind of the point on Tuesday after that first media timeout where Mount Union came out, their defense picked up, their energy picked up a little bit. So let's see how they come out of this break, and hopefully we see a little bit more. Cause they're just kind of lackadaisical right now out on the court.
So we're coming out of a timeout. Ohio Northern will throw the ball in as Tamar Lewis is checked in, number 12, the 6'1" sophomore out of the Worthington Kilbourne down in the Columbus area. 4-4 score, 15:45 to go. Wide open three, way out on top, put up no good by J.J. Morris. They snuck him in on the side of the timeout. Out of Culver, Indiana, Argos High School. Raiders with the ball at the other end. Caleb inside out to Hamilton, the chance to Kevin. Morrow shoot that three. Got it. Nope, missed it, but he did get fouled. He will shoot 3 free throws, and they're going to get the foul on Kanye Gaston, number 23, his first.
Yeah, that was a great ball movement from Mount Union. They got it underneath to Caleb. Caleb kicked it out, and they did an around the horn until they hit Moore in that left corner. He had a good look at it, just came up a little bit short, but drew the foul. Mount Union has a chance to take their first lead of the ball game.
And Kevin Moore hits the free throw. 15:29 to go in the first half. Purple Raiders do, in fact, take their first lead as Kevin Moore got 1, got 2. He's got 1 more coming. Raiders by a deuce, 6-4.
I don't want to jinx it, but their free throw shooting this season has been such an improvement from last season.
Moore got them all. 3 up, 3 down, 7-4 Raiders. Kevin with his first 3 points of the afternoon. Northern down 3. Gaston's got it down low. Rattled. Good help defense over here by Farrington while Hamilton was doing the dirty work, and they turned him over.
You know, they went to like a modified full court press on the last time Northern inbounded that basketball. And that usually seems to be a time that really gets Mount Union fired up when they're active the whole length of the court.
So the Purple Raiders, 10-0. Hamilton's got it over on the right side to Caleb. Nice give and go, but unfortunately it landed in the wrong hands. That was Bryce Stewart who's checked into the game. Got that errant pass, and the Bears in the other end of the floor. Gaston's got it. They promptly throw it away, so a sloppy start here for both teams. Baden checks in for the Purple Raiders. Chance Kasenheiser will. Well, it's going to be Moore and Caleb will come out, and Jarrett and Baden will come in for Mount Union.
Yeah, each team with 2 turnovers so far in this ball game.
Kasenheiser on the wing goes around Stewart, steps into a 15-footer and a beauty. Boy, he left his shoes in the cement there.
Yeah, he's so good off the dribble, and he's got a quick release as well. When he does take that jump shot off the dribble.
9-4 Mount Union. Chance has got 6 of the Purple Raider 9. Long 3, air ball on the left wing, put up no good by Molt. The guys he put in here today already. I think they played 10. No wonder you can't get any cohesion going. 9-4 Mount Union. 14-10 to go first half. Purple Raiders will inbound the basketball to our right. Ball comes into Elijah Farrington. Elijah goes right across the timeline, almost threw it away, and he did. Try to get it to Kevin Hamilton on the far side. A little bit too much mustard on it. He kind of led him too far, like a quarterback leading his wide receiver, and the ball went out of bounds.
Yeah, it's hard for a guy, too, who doesn't normally handle the basketball to try to break a press and get it up, and just miscommunication between him and Hamilton. That's twice now that we've seen some miscommunications on easy passes that just don't connect.
Down low off the glass and good. That thing hit the wire above the backboard. They're going to count it. And a chance for a conventional three-point play. Kanye Gaston out of Toledo Christian High School. So you can't put the ball up any higher on the window there. It'll trickle on through. Gaston's free throw, around and in. So he gets the three-point play. 13:55 to go first half. 9-7 now. The Mount Union lead is 2. Baden gets the ball, almost threw it away. Kasenheiser saved it, goes into the paint. Down the lane, scoops it with the left hand and scored. Holy cow. Chance Kasenheiser is a wizard in the paint.
Yeah, he's so much fun to watch off the dribble, man. That was just a great take to the basket in traffic.
Nice turnover. Jared Taylor forced the ball out of bounds off of Northern, and the Raiders get the ball back.
I mean, this just goes to show their depth as well. You know, the lineup they had out there wasn't really meshing as well, and Coach has the depth where he can start throwing guys in and out. We haven't seen Dunbar yet, who had a big game last week as well. We haven't seen Weekly, so he's still got more guys to come off the bench.
Hamilton's pass cross court. That went out of bounds. They're going to say it hit one of the Raiders. That's terrible. 13:22 to go in the first half. 11-7 Mount Union. Northern with the ball down by 4. Stewart trying to go baseline. Cut off by Collier. Up and under it. A beauty. Stewart hanging in the air with a reverse layup off the glass and good. So it's 13 minutes to go in the first half. 11-9 is our score. Mount Union by 2. Again, a kind of a slow, lazy start to this one on this Saturday afternoon. Hamilton in the paint, throws it off the rim. The paint fumbled it, got it back, lost it, got tied up. They're swinging elbows down there. Whoa, that was a late swing. And Baden, I think, just got a technical foul. Yeah, he did. And now they're also going to review that. Oh, my goodness gracious. So the officials get together again, and now they'll come over to the scores table.
So they said jump ball. That was
ball,
the call.
It'll go to.
Yeah, and then it was a physical contact foul after the ball, flagrant. They're going to review it. See if do they do flagrant twos like they.
So there's a slight chance he could be thrown out
Potentially,
but I wouldn't think. It was that last swing of the elbow. Like I thought things had calmed, and then I think there may have been a quick little poke or a reach from Northern that maybe didn't get detected, and Vaden swung his elbow again, and I think that's where they got him. So official timeout, 12:46 to go in the first half. It's Mount Union 11, Ohio Northern 9. Sam Berkman and Ryan Keller with you, 1310 WDPN and all across our social media platforms.
So I'm trying to see the replay. It takes a while because it's so far behind.
Yeah, it's like 7, 8 seconds behind as far as the delay is concerned. All right. Now the officials will step away and they'll reconvene.
I would be surprised if they change it.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, they're going to.
So they're not going to throw them out, but it is a contact foul. So 2 shots coming for Northern. Miller will take those, and then they will get the ball. Correct?
Correct.
Okay. So a couple of freebies here. The Polar Bears have a chance to tie this up, and the free throw by Miller is good. His first point of the afternoon, Will Miller, out of Ottoville, the 6'2" senior guard. It's 11 Mount Union. Miller's second free throw is good. So he's got 2, and we're tied at 11. So Northern now will get the basketball. Noah Langford is checked back in for the Bears. And now they're calling somebody back over to the scorer's table again. You know, I'm thinking when they tied him up, did Northern have the possession arrow?
I don't know if
That's what they're talking about down here. Mike Fuline's not buying it.
So they said that the technical foul negated the jump ball and gave the ball to Northern. Would have had the ball regardless, but
right.
I don't think it changes the possession arrow now, which it doesn't.
It
does.
Possession arrow still got the arrow down here.
Correct.
All right. 12:30 to go. Langford's going to pop a 3 on the left wing, and that one is good. And it is a 3. Langford with his first basket of the afternoon. Northern has come all the way back to take a 3-point lead now. 14-11. The Raiders have really struggled to get the ball in the basket here in this first half of play. Credit Northern for the defense, but Mounts just kind of a tough time getting into the offense and getting some screens set, people moving around in space. Kasenheiser might have to carry him here for a little bit. Chance top of the 3-point line. He thought about a 3, got it to Jared Taylor. Nice pass down low. Vaden Haig shoots, missed the bunny, but he got fouled, and he will shoot 2, line left.
That was a nice look down inside. Vaden just not able to capitalize. It seems to be something that he's not able to finish a lot of times when he does get fouled. But that's something he's still a junior. He's continuing to work on.
All right, media timeout here at Mount Union. Well, we are off to a sluggish start today. Come on, everybody. Let's wake up here a little bit. 11:52 to go in the first half. It's Ohio Northern 14, Mount Union 11. Purple Raider Hoops continues on 1310 WDPN.
SARTA me to shop, work, activities, the park, the doctors, or the grandmas.
SARTA riders count on us to go so many places, enjoy so many things, and visit so many friends and family members. Nearly 1.5 million riders on 27 fixed routes and nearly 100,000 ProLine rides for a total of 4 million miles.
Every ride tells a story, and every rider counts. Where to? SARTAme.com.
You're listening to Mount Union Basketball presented by SARTA on AM 1310 WDPN.
Able to shout out SARTA and our good friend Ralph Lee. Don't forget about the Stark Area Regional Transit Authority. SARTA, come ride with us. Sam Berkman and Ryan Keller back here at the MAC. We need an alley-oop dunk or like a 10-0 flurry, something.
Watch Dunbar come in and the energy on this team change. He just subbed into the game for the first time. He brings a lot of energy. He's good from behind the three-point line. He's good defensively, going to the basket. He's been a nice addition to the roster this season.
Jack Dunbar, 6'4" sophomore out of McMurray, Pennsylvania. Meanwhile, Vaden line left for the free throw. Around, and good. So Sean Vaden with his first point of the afternoon. 14-11. Vaden again. That one crawled all over the rim. Nope, and we're going to get a loose ball foul.
Ran
Jared Taylor.
No, they ran him over. Should be on Northern. Taylor got run over.
No, they did call it on. They called it on their 13, which would have been Aiden Harris.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. So Harris picks up the foul. 11:51 to go in the first half. 14-11. Ohio Northern in front by 3. Little D3 hoops on this Saturday afternoon here at Mount Union. This will be the last Mount Union game until December the 29th or 30th. Dunbar open for the 3. Didn't get it to go. Vaden got the offensive rebound. Big fella inside. Moves out of that triple team. Got it to Collier. Dante will shoot a 3. Off the glass. We'll take it. Dante Collier. First 3 on the left wing off the window from range. And we're tied at 14. Maybe that'll pick this place up a little bit. 11:25 to go. Out of bounds. And it'll stay with Ohio Northern.
Boy, I looked down for 2 seconds, and that's when the ball
Right?
hit the table here.
I'm telling you.
Scared the hell out of me.
You cannot put your head down because you just never know. Miller going strong to the hole, put it up and in with the left hand. So he drove around 2 Raiders and knocked it down. 16-14, Northern. 11-11 to go in the first half. Here comes Chance Kasenizer. He leads all Raiders scorers with 7 today. Young man out of Lake High School. Chance, right wing, steps back for a 22-footer. Hit the rim, no. Rebound by Taylor. Tried to get it back to Dunbar, who was cutting to the hoop, and the ball got taken away. Langford in the backcourt for Northern. Throws it down to Miller. Will Miller open for 3. Good. Will Miller has a quick 7. And Northern now by 5 as wholesale substitutions for Mount Union here at our next stoppage in play. Jared Taylor, deep cross-court pass into the corner. Collier 3, air ball. Loose. Vaden had it. Throws it away. Out of bounds. Back to Ohio Northern. Boy, we're just out of sync today.
Yeah, doesn't matter the combination or anything. They have not been able to find a
Jared
groove,
Taylor leads like crazy out of his lip.
get into a rhythm or anything.
So he'll have to get Band-Aid up or stitched up. Must have got clocked with an elbow down there. Will Miller's got the ball. Gaston on the baseline. Working on Dunbar. Ball comes out on top to Stewart. They'll swing it around the perimeter. Ohio Northern with the ball. They lead at 19-14. Gaston's open for 3. Back to the rim. No. Big rebound by Jack Dunbar. He'll throw it down the floor to Kasenizer. Chance across the timeline. He lost the ball, but it goes into the hands of Dunbar. He tries to get it to Farrington. Ball swatted away and stolen by Will Miller.
You might see a timeout from Coach Fuline here.
9:45 to go in the first half. 19-14 Northern. Long 3 left wing. In, out, no. Dunbar got that rebound. Let's see if we can get rolling here offensively. Kevin Moore on the left wing. Kevin behind the 3-point line. Steps into an 18-footer. Around it out, no good. And a rebound picked off by Ohio Northern. Here comes Will Miller. 9:24 to go in the first half. 19-14, Ohio Northern. Mountain has scored 14 points in 10-plus minutes at home in the first half here. Well, it all starts at the defensive end. We'll see if they can get things cooking here. Mason Studer's got the ball. He circled around 3 times in the paint. Then he threw up a glass ball. Rebound picked off by Dunbar, his 3rd. Here comes Moore to Kasenizer, and Chance will bring it across the timeline.
Yeah, Mount shooting 38.5% for the game so far.
That seems high.
5 of 13.
Farrington lobs it down low for Caleb. Lost the ball. Taken away by Ohio Northern. Another turnover for Mount. Will Miller, coast to coast. Now Stutter steps into a 3. Good. Got to get a timeout right here. Boy, we are not into it right now. It's an official, it's a team timeout, and they're going to move it into a full. So with 8:35, nope, now it's going to be a 30. So it's a 30. We'll keep it here. I think Coach Fuline thought that was going to be a full.
Well,
But you got to wait till under 8 to get that full, so it's only a 30.
well, yeah, they came over and were sitting on the bench as well,
Yeah.
and you're not allowed to sit during a 30.
So 8:35 to go in the first half. 22-14, Ohio Northern. Northern 5-4 on the season. Mount Union 10-0, but we're just looking for some energy, looking for a spark, something today, especially for Mount Union at the offensive end of the floor, because so far it just hasn't been there today. And Coach Fuline again working on, those different combinations, trying to get things moving.
Yeah, Northern's on an 8-0 run in the last 2:44. Mount Union hasn't hit a basket in the last 3:07. Wow.
Here comes Cam Weekly, the young man out of Jackson High School, the freshman now getting some playing time. Maybe he can get things going. Cam almost got trapped over on the right side to Kasenheiser. Chance goes around one, around two. Into the paint, down the lane. Weekly hooked it up and in with the right hand. That was nice. Cam Weekly with his first two. 8:10 to go with the first half. 22-16, Ohio Northern by 6. Bears with the ball. Gaston's got it down the paint. Threw it away. Picked up by Caleb Lowrich. He'll hand it off to Kasenheiser. Chance will walk it over. 8 minutes to go. Kasenheiser foul line. 15-footer. Rim, glass, no. Farrington had it, lost it. Loose, scooped up by Ohio Northern.
Yeah, Farrington hasn't been involved in this game really at all.
Here comes Tamara Lewis for Ohio Northern. Spins out of a double team. Gets it on the right side to Bolton. 7:38. Clock running. Open three. Left wing. Up. Rim. Nope. Rebound. Kasenheiser got that rebound. Here come the Raiders in transition. Left wing Weekly. Cam for three. No. Rebound. Farrington got it. Ball stripped away and taken away, but a foul is called on Kanye Gaston for Ohio Northern.
Yeah, Mount really struggling from behind the three-point line as well today. 1 for 5, make it 1 for 6 after that Weekly miss.
And with that, we will take a timeout. 7:27 to go in the first half. Ohio Northern 22, Mount Union 16. You are listening to Mount Union Purple Raider basketball presented by SARTA on 1310 WDPM.
Hey, Joe. Good to see you. What brings you out today? What's up, Sam? Need to pick up a few tools. You? I need new faucets and a vanity, maybe even a whole new bathroom. But I can't get any help or find what I need in this place. Yes, Sam. These big hardware stores are great for tools and appliances, but not for kitchens and bathrooms. You need to go to Robertson's for that. Robertson Kitchen and Bath Gallery is an American Standard Plumbing Registered showroom, and their knowledgeable consultants have the training and expertise to actually help you get what you need without breaking your budget.
Visit Robertson Kitchen and Bath this Thursday evening until 7 at 2155 West Main Street in the Alliance Industrial Park. Robertson Kitchen and Bath, where amazing meets affordable.
You're listening to Mount Union basketball presented by SARTA on AM 1310 WDPN.
Sam Burkwood, Ryan Keller back with you on WDPN, flagship station for Mount Union basketball, football. 7:27 to go in the first half, 22-16, Ohio Northern by 6. Halftime in the college football playoff, Miami of Florida and Texas A&M. No score. How about that? Are you kidding me? That's the right score. Everybody having trouble scoring today. The Hurricanes and the Aggies. Zip, as they go to halftime. Meanwhile, Elijah Farrington, first free throw up. Second one hung it up on the rim, no. So we split the pair, did Elijah. He's got one. Purple Raiders down by 5 now, 22-17. 7:19, clock running in the first half of play. Langford threw that one all the way to the other end of the floor. Nobody there. Turnover, back to Mount Union.
You kind of feel like if Mount's able to just build a little bit of confidence, that'll start to turn things around for them.
Maybe Kevin Hamilton will be the guy. You can't keep reaching in like that. That's a foul. Way out in front. Adisa Moulton picked up the foul for Northern.
You can give that assist to Coach Fuline, who had a little word with the official about how they were guarding them defensively.
Well, you can guard defensively. You got to move your feet, but you can't be bumping and poking and prodding. You're going to get called for a foul every time. Weekly out on front to Kevin Hamilton. 7 minutes to go. Hamilton foul line extended. Kevin trying to get inside. He can't do it. Down to Elijah. Nice pass to Farrington or Alaric, and the ball was taken out of bounds by Kamar Lewis. Raiders will throw it in. 10 on the shot clock, 6:50 on the game clock. Northern on top, 22-17. Hayden Hansen is checked in for Northern. Tyler Magg will sit down. Raiders to inbound it. Cam Weekly, the former Jackson Polar Bear, will throw it way out on top to Kevin Moore. Back to Cam in the corner. Weekly jab step. That's a foul.
That was just a clear forearm shiver.
And that puts Mount Union in the 1-1. Yeah. 7 fouls on Northern, 3 on the Raiders. 6:46 to go in the first half. Polar Bears in front of Mount Union. 22-17. Stick around. Halftime activities will be coming your way. Get the latest news and weather and all those good things coming up. Mr. Keller will take you through with the stats and a little analysis, and we'll get you ready for the second half of play. Well, maybe the charity stripe is the place that we'll be able to come back here today. Cam Weekly's got 3. It's 22-18. Raiders down by 4. Cam again, line left. That one is good. So Cam Weekly's got 4, and the lead has been cut to 3. Bears 22, Raiders 19, 6:39 clock running to go here in the first half of play. Bolton's got it, gets it over on the left leg. Bolton left to the key. Bolton driving the baseline, throws the ball into the corner. On the right wing, Lewis has got it. Lewis, almost a steal by Kevin Moore. Lewis is trying to get away from a couple of Purple-Aiders. He finds Mag open for the 17-footer. Rim, no. Rebound picked up by Northern. That is Lewis inside. 3 seconds. Holy macaroni. They got it out of there. And now Moulton's going to drive baseline. He ran right over Kevin Hamilton. Why the dramatic pause to make that charge call, I don't know.
Because he waits to see if the basket is made. He does that on every play by the hoop. He will wait and see if the basket goes in and determine whether he makes his call or not instead of just making the call. That was clear as day.
Clearly a charge. No flop. No, I mean, in position. There was no question about it whatsoever. 5:56 to go. If I was a coach in this league, I'd be thrown out of every game. 22-19. Raiders down by 3. Mount's got the ball. Hamilton steps into a 15-footer. Rim, no good. Farrington got hooked down there, it looked like, and they let that one go. So here comes Ohio Northern. Langford's going to step into a 22-footer on the left wing. No. Tipped up in the air. No. Banged out to Caleb Lawrence. He got it. Throws it down the floor to Elijah. He'll go to the paint. Put it up and in, and he's fouled. Elijah Farrington with the bucket in transition. He'll look for the three-point play.
Maybe that's the play that they needed.
That's the one.
The fans kind of got into this now, and the bench was all up and celebrating. Maybe that's just what they needed. A free throw ties this ball game back up.
So we'll mark that down, the 5:27 mark, first half. Maybe that's where things change. Farrington free throw here will knot us up at 22. Still 5:27 to go in the first half. Free throw up and good.
Mount on an 8-0 run in the last 2 minutes and 48 seconds.
So we're tied at 22. 5:27 to go. Northern with the ball. 4 timeouts, Ohio Northern, 3 for the Raiders. Northern does have 9 fouls. Raiders with only 3. Will Miller gets the ball at the top of the key on the right wing now. He's double teamed. Behind the back pass. Long 3. Up and good by. Who is that? 3?
I think it was. I'll tell you. Hold on.
Or was that 5? That was 5. That was J.J. Morris. You're right. Morris with a 3 at the right end. And down at the other end, a bucket by Caleb Morich, and that's a 3. So Caleb in the scorebook for the first time today. Now we got a little energy here. 25-25 with 4:44 to go in the first half of play. Bag down low on the wing. Gets it out on top of Miller. Miller swings it to Morris, picked up by Farrington. Morris, left wing to Will Miller, open for a 3. Rim, glass rim, no. Tipped around up in the air. Taken out of there by Farrington. Here comes Kevin Hamilton. Raiders trying to push as they come right to left here in the first half of play. Hamilton on the baseline. Kevin comes to a stop. He got double teamed. He needs to get rid of that ball. Left wing to Elijah. He'll step into a 3. Got it. Elijah Farrington with 7, and the Purple Raiders at long last have come back to take another lead, 28-25. 4 minutes to go in the first half. Crowd is coming alive here at the Mac Center. Morris, 18-footer on the wing, up and good.
Should have been an offensive foul there as well. A blatant push-off at the end of that play on Farrington.
So Morris with 5. 28-27 is the score. Mount Union by 1. Kevin Hamilton on the right wing. Kevin behind the three-point line to Caleb, out on top to Farrington. Elijah going to go right to the hole with the left hand and lays it up and in. Elijah Farrington starting to cook a little. He's got 9 on the afternoon. Morris on the wing, throws it down low. Mag backing in against Lorich. Goes with a baby hook, rattles it in, rattles it out. Loose on the floor, gobbled up by Moore. Northern just reaching in and poking, and Hamilton at the other end steps into a 17-footer. That one's in and out. No good. That's going to be an offensive foul on Northern. Somebody pushed Caleb Lorich about 15 feet out of bounds.
I think it was Mag.
We think it's going to be on Mag, and with that, we'll take the final media timeout here in the first half. All right, we're on a little bit of a roll here. 3:10 left to go in the first half. Mount Union 30, Ohio Northern 27. You're listening to Purple Raider basketball, presented by SARTA on 1310 WDPN.
SARTA me to shop, work, activities, the park, the doctors, or the grandmas.
SARTA riders count on us to go so many places, enjoy so many things, and visit so many friends and family members. Nearly 1.5 million riders on 27 fixed routes and nearly 100,000 ProLine rides for a total of 4 million miles.
Every ride tells a story, and every rider counts. Where to? SARTAme.com.
You're listening to Mount Union basketball presented by SARTA on AM 1310 WDPN.
Welcome back, 1310 WDPN, 30-27. Mount Union with 3:10 to go in the first half. D3 college football semifinal. Johns Hopkins leads University of Wisconsin River Falls 17-7 with 6 minutes to go in the first half. Later on today, North Central Illinois and John Carroll. That's at 4:30 out in Naperville. Halftime college football playoff, Texas A&M and Miami of Florida. No score down in College Station. Is that the foul where Lerick got pushed? Is that what you're looking at?
Yeah, I thought it was on 15. I think they're reviewing to see who the foul is actually on. So they're currently looking at it over here.
Don't forget, our next Mount Union broadcast will be on Monday, December the 29th, as the Purple Raiders will host Mount Aloysius, part of the holiday tournament here. That'll be at 7 o'clock on Monday night, December the 29th. And then the following day at 3 o'clock, a Battle of Titans, as Mount Union will take on Calvin. That's December the 30th, Tuesday at 3 p.m. If you can't make it here to the Mac Center, we'll have it on AM 1310 WDPN.
Oh, so they're looking.
Guys, don't say nothing. I don't need to hear it either. Off ball pushing and stuff that last possession. I don't need to hear it. Just tell them.
I mean, if you just call it, you wouldn't hear it, right?
I was going to say that, but, you know.
So they're currently looking at a possible flagrant one on Struder. They called that on Struder, not on Mag. So they wanted to see how blatant of a push it was on Lorich.
I guess as they're not going to add anything to it. Like, he did get pushed, but again,
Here we go. Common foul.
common foul.
Hey, what was the difference between that one and common foul? Frank, we did not see it.
3:10 to go in the first half, 30-27 Mount Union.
Chance Agenhauser At the line for Mount Union, Caleb Lawrence. He will shoot.
Caleb Lawrence, meanwhile, will go line left, and he will shoot two. Folks, if we could just tell you everything that goes on, you would understand the way that we feel and comment during a broadcast. But we can't tell you everything. Like, we can't take the time to explain it. Caleb split the pair. He's got 4 on the afternoon. 3:05 to go in the first half of play. Mount Union 31, Ohio Northern 27 on 1310 WDPN, Q92RadioSports.com. Mag inside with the right-hand hook up and good. Tyler Mag with 2-4-6 on the afternoon. And it's 31-29 Mount Union, 2:45 to go first half. Stick around. Halftime activities coming up, so keep it right here. Raiders in the all-white today. Northern in the black jerseys and tops. Caleb behind the left arc. Ball got deflected by a couple of different arms out of bounds off of Northern. The Raiders will throw it in with 2:30 to go here in the first half. 31-29, Purple Raiders by 2. Eisenheiser with 8, Farrington with 9 to lead the Raiders this afternoon. Miller's got 7, Mag's got 6 to lead Northern. Raiders with the ball in the corner. Weekly 3 ball. In and out, no good. And the rebound picked off by Studer. Mason Studer out of Gallion, Colonel Crawford High School. Mag on the baseline, guarded by Caleb. Caleb just bodying him up, Mag up and under. Baby look blocked by Caleb, and he tells him about it.
Great positioning, keeping those arms straight up and down, too. He's done a really good job at that this year of not getting that slight little lean with his arms, being just as tall as he possibly can, straight up and down.
Camp Weekly out, Elijah Farrington back in. 2:09 first half. 31-29, Mount Union by 2. Northern to throw it in. Studer to Miller. Will behind the three-point line here in front of us, behind the right wing. Now Mag hands it off to Miller. Pick and roll. Foul Mount Union. Dante Collier picks up the foul. Oops. Dante says, I'm all right. Mike says, no, you're not. So Collier's got to sit with the 2 fouls.
Taylor's lip is really swollen, too, from that hit he took earlier.
Jarrett back in, the former Green Bulldog. Got a chance to watch Green and Lake high school basketball last night. Blue Streaks with a 15-point win at home.
I wonder if Taylor and Eisenheiser had a little sidebar going.
I bet they did. I bet they did. Now Caleb's got blood all over the place. You know, he's got it on his pinky finger. He got a cut. He's got all over his shorts. They gonna let him play like that?
I think it's funny, but all our guys are bleeding.
Yeah. and then Izzy wants to come over and say, I don't want to hear about all the off the ball grabbing and holding. Well, there you go. Here comes Mount Union. 2 minutes to go in the first half. 31-29 Raiders by deuce. Farrington on the baseline, lost it, got it back, threw it to Caleb, went inside and hammered it home with the right hand. Not the way they drew it up, and we'll take the slam dunk. Caleb Lawrence with 6. 33-29 Mount Union. This has been one of the most bizarre first halves we've had all in a long time. Mag on the baseline, guarded by Caleb, out on top to Studer. Studer right wing to Stewart, guarded by Farrington. Northern swings it around the perimeter now. That's Will Miller, backdoor to Studer, double pump, blocked by Eisenheiser, blocked by Taylor and out of bounds, and they call a foul. That's going to be on Kevin Hamilton. 1:21 to go in the first half. 33-29, Mount Union by 4. Polar Bears going to the free throw line. Mason Studer. He'll shoot 2 line, right? First one is on the way. Good. So Studer with 4. 33-30 Mount. $1:21 to go first half here at Mount Union. Girls game will follow around 3:30 or so. And then there will be no more hoops here until after the Christmas portion of the break is over. Hamilton across the timeline. Kevin top of the key. Kevin down the lane. Goes inside with a wild shot. No good. Halo got the offensive rebound. Went with the left hand. Put it up. No good. Stewart got the loose ball rebound for Ohio Northern. 1:05 to go first half. Purple Raiders 33 and the Polar Bears 31 on 1310 WDPN. Sam Berkman, Ryan Keller with you today. OAC Division III hoops on your Saturday afternoon. Mag has got it. Mag holding it, gets it to Stewart. Started by Farrington deep on the right wing. Stewart gets it out on top. Now Miller steps back. Long three, too strong. Back of the rim. Here come the Raiders. Kasenheiser in transition. Chance left to the key. Throws it to Hamilton. Kevin driving the baseline. Out on top. Elijah for three. No good. Way off the mark there. And the rebound picked up by Noah Langford. Here come the Polar Bears of ONU. And they're going to take a quick 30-second timeout here. With 26.3 to go in the first half. 33-31 Mount Union will keep it here during this 30-second timeout. Transfer portal alive and well today. Iowa State's quarterback, Rocco Beck, is in the transfer portal. There is not a day that goes by that tens, if not hundreds, of football players are jumping into the transfer portal. So coming out of a timeout, each team now with 3 left. 26.3 in the first half. Northern with the ball. They trail it by 2. Stewart got the inbound pass. He didn't know what to do with it. Hands it off to Will Miller right on the purple M logo in midcourt here at the Mac Center. 15 seconds to go first half. Northern can use them all, just about. Down on the block, that's Miller. Miller backing it against Taylor. Turns, 15-footer around the rim. No rebound. Mount with 3 seconds with 2. Kasenheiser the link to the floor. Off the glass. And that's the end of the first half here at the Mac Center at Mount Union.
What a weird first half.
That weird, crazy, bizarre, sleepy, choppy. But at the end of that first half of play, the Purple Raiders have a 2-point advantage as we all will take a break. The score, Mount Union 33 and Ohio Northern 31. Halftime report is coming up next. You're listening to Mount Union Purple Raider basketball presented by SARTA on AM 1310 WDPN.
Discover something new at Union House and Alliance. Step into our boutique and get screen printing done on the spot, from unisex tees to sweatshirts. Browse our women's boutique clothing and don't miss our hand-poured soy candles and family and pet-safe home cleaners, all made in-house. Visit us at 1686 South Union Avenue, right across from Mount Union Ponds. Open Tuesday through Friday from 11 to 5 and Saturday 10 to 3. Stop in and see what's new at Union House.
Hey, Joe. Good to see you. What brings you out today? What's up, Sam? Need to pick up a few tools. You? Oh, I need new kitchen cabinets and countertops, maybe even a whole new kitchen, but I can't get any help or find what I need in this place. Yeah, Sam. These big hardware stores are great for tools and appliances, but not for kitchens and bathrooms. You need to go to Robertson's for that. Robertson Kitchen and Bath Gallery is a craft-made dealer, and their knowledgeable consultants have the training and expertise to actually help you get what you need without breaking your budget.
Visit Robertson Kitchen and Bath this Thursday evening until 7 at 2155 West Main Street in the Alliance Industrial Park. Robertson Kitchen and Bath, where amazing meets affordable.
Hey, sports fans, want the latest local sports news, game photos, coach and player interviews, and live play-by-play coverage? Then follow Q92 Sports on social media now. We're on Facebook, Instagram, X, Threads, YouTube, and SoundCloud. Like, follow, and subscribe today. Catch the highlights, relive the moments, and stay connected to your hometown teams. Q92 Sports, your home for everything local sports. Real teams, real action, real coverage. Follow Q92 Sports on social media.
From the newsroom, I'm Jeff Mears with this halftime edition of AM 1310 WDPN News. A fire caused heavy black smoke Friday afternoon at the former ATI plant in Louisville, prompting a large emergency response. Firefighters were called to the 1500 block of West Main Street around 4:10. A second alarm was called for additional manpower. Chief Rod Bordner says the blaze was put out by 7 p.m. There were no injuries. City officials say the smoke was caused by burning plastic material at the 626,000 square foot facility. Air tests by the Stark County Hazmat team found no concerns. Investigators are now working to determine the fire's cause. ATI ended operations at the plant in 2021 and production was relocated to Pennsylvania. A Canton man is facing felony charges after police seized drugs, guns, and cash during a raid. Search warrants were served Friday morning in the 2400 block of 9th Street Northwest in Canton and in the 3500 block of Middle Branch Avenue Northeast in Plain Township. It followed a 6-month drug trafficking investigation. Canton police say they recovered nearly 400 grams of fentanyl, cocaine, 5 firearms, and more than $12,000 in cash. 46-year-old Alan Cobbs was arrested and charged with having weapons under disability. An investigation continues and additional charges are pending. An Alliance man remains in intensive care after being struck by a vehicle in Canton. Police say 40-year-old Douglas Pryor was crossing in the 900 block of 25th Street Northwest when a westbound vehicle hit him around 9:30 Thursday night. He was taken to Mercy Hospital. The car is described as a 2022 Chevy Malibu. Police are investigating and asking anyone with information to call them at 330-438-4485 or submit anonymous tips through Tip 411. Shane Newman of Plain Township has made his first court appearance in Canton Municipal Court, facing charges including attempted murder. The 21-year-old is accused of pulling a gun on a uniformed Canton officer at the Walmart on Atlantic Boulevard after being stopped for shoplifting Thursday afternoon. The weapon did not go off. He was also found with 50 MDMA pills and is prohibited from possessing guns due to prior drug convictions. Newman was arraigned Friday with bond set at $1 million. A status conference is scheduled for Tuesday. State and federal funding cuts are pushing Canton City Schools toward a major deficit. The repository reports Superintendent Jeff Talbert says the district lost $7 million this year, with shortfalls expected to reach $17 million by 2028 and nearly $38 million by 2029. The figures were discussed during a Thursday Board of Education workshop. The board will present recommendations January 5th and host a community feedback meeting January 12th. The West Branch Board of Education has selected Matt Manley to serve as superintendent pro tempore as the district begins its search for a permanent replacement. He started in the role Friday and will move into the interim superintendent position when Mickey Egley's retirement takes effect February 1st. Manley brings 43 years of experience in education, including multiple leadership roles at West Branch and 6 years as superintendent of the Crestview Local School District. More news after this.
The Q92 Sports Network brings you more high school football and basketball games than anyone else, by far. But did you know that you can go back and listen to our broadcast again? Simply go to the Q92 radio page on SoundCloud. We've posted the games we broadcast for everyone to go back and relive. We have playlists filled with our high school football broadcasts from 2016 to this season. So go to SoundCloud now, follow Q92 Radio, and listen. And thank you for listening to all of our sports broadcasts of high school football and basketball on the Q92 Sports Network.
A Windham man is headed to prison for defrauding government benefit programs. 55-year-old Michael Honecker was sentenced December 12th to 31 months behind bars after pleading guilty to wire fraud and theft of government property. He was ordered to pay more than $536,000 in restitution. Prosecutors say Honecker falsified health claims to collect extra workers' compensation, Social Security disability, and housing assistance, pretending to have walking disabilities, claiming a brain injury, and requesting unnecessary home renovations. A co-defendant received probation and restitution for her role. A Washington, D.C. man is awaiting sentencing after admitting to threatening Kent State University. 27-year-old Kobe Brocksmith pleaded guilty Monday in Portage County Common Pleas Court to making a terroristic threat and 2 counts of inducing panic. Court records say he sent emails, including a photo of him with a pistol threatening to shoot and blow up university offices in July. Brocksmith faces up to 6 years in prison, with sentencing pending a pre-sentence investigation. A court has ordered a drug-infested house at 709 Sophia Street in East Liverpool to remain padlocked and boarded for 1 year. The permanent injunction was issued Thursday by Columbiana County Common Pleas Judge Megan Bickerton. The Morning Journal reports city officials testified about years of illegal activity, including drug raids, a structure fire, and an overdose death. Property owner William Barrett did not attend the hearing, and the ruling ensures the property stays closed to protect neighbors and the community. A bipartisan petition to remove Mahoning County Clerk of Courts Michael Saccone from office is underway. Republican and Democratic leaders say the move comes after concerns over Saccone's conduct, including alleged abuse and affair with a county employee and use of a racial slur. He has denied the allegations. Residents will be able to sign the petition in January at party headquarters and a local law office, with volunteers also collecting signatures door to door. In Trumbull County Common Pleas Court, former Girard youth softball coach Shane Janetta was sentenced Friday to 120 to 125 years in prison for sexually abusing a minor. The 40-year-old was convicted Thursday on multiple counts of rape, illegal use of a minor in nudity-oriented material, and pandering obscenity involving a minor. He was found not guilty on 3 additional charges. The abuse dates back to 2017, with the victim testifying Janetta raped her and took nude photos over 10 years. A federal judge has restricted public comments on a civil hazing lawsuit against the Catholic Diocese of Youngstown and Ursuline High School. Judge Benita Pearson ordered lawyers to remove blog posts and not speak to the media, saying public statements could prejudge potential jurors in Mahoning, Trumbull, and Columbiana counties. She stated the case must be handled through the federal court docket, not in the court of public opinion. The future of Insight Trumbull Hospital in Warren remains uncertain as state health officials and hospital leaders continue talks. The Ohio Department of Health held a conference call with Insight Tuesday after moving to revoke the hospital's license. Insight has requested a hearing, though no date has been set. The hospital suspended operations last month after ODH cited heating issues and concerns over patient care. Ohio homeowners could see lower property taxes next year after Governor Mike DeWine signed bills cutting taxes by billions and limiting future increases. The measures provide $1.7 billion in tax credits to offset spikes in home values, boost owner occupancy credits, and phase out some non-business credits for landlords. Additional laws limit growth of unvoted property taxes and remove 211 school districts from the 20 mil floor. Lawmakers say the changes will help homeowners, while critics warn they don't go far enough for local governments and those most in need. We'll return you courtside for the second half of today's game, right after the forecast from 3 News meteorologist Mark Johnson. For AM 1310 WDPN News, I'm Jeff Mears.
A little sunshine mixing in with the clouds for your Saturday afternoon. Our high a blustery 42 degrees. Overnight, cloudy skies return with a low in the middle 20s. I am Mark J. Weather from 3 News.
SARTA Me to shop, work, activities, the park, the doctors, or the grandmas.
SARTA riders count on us to go so many places, enjoy so many things, and visit so many friends and family members. Nearly 1.5 million riders on 27 fixed routes and nearly 100,000 ProLine rides for a total of 4 million miles.
Every ride tells a story, and every rider counts. Where to? SartaMe.com.
Missed the big game? Don't worry, Q92 has you covered. Check out our SoundCloud page where you can relive every exciting moment. From high school football, basketball, baseball, and softball to Mount Union football and basketball, we've got it all. That's every broadcast from this season, and even classics going all the way back to 2016. Follow Q92 Radio on SoundCloud and never miss a play, a call, or the thrill of the game. Q92 Radio on SoundCloud, your home for every game, every season.
You're listening to Mount Union Basketball presented by SARTA on AM 1310 WDPN.
And welcome back to the Max Center halftime score. Purple Raiders 33, Ohio Northern 31, and a very sloppy half of basketball. We'll get to some first half stats for you. We'll start with Northern in their scoring. Let's see here. Theo Mag with 6 points, Struder with 5, Miller with 7, Langford with 3, Gaston with 3, Morris with 5, and Stewart with 2. Northern shot 36% from the field, 28.6%. They were 4 of 11 from the three-point line and 5 of 7 from the free throw line. 18 rebounds for Ohio Northern, 7 turnovers for the Polar Bears. For the Purple Raiders, they shot 39% from the field. They were 3-11 from the three-point line for 27%. They were 8 of 12 from the charity stripe. Kevin Moore with 3 points, Farrington with 9, Larich with 6, Kasenheiser with 8, Collier with 3, and Weekly with 4. Purple Raiders with 9 turnovers in the first half, 20 rebounds, so they out-rebound Ohio Northern by 2 in that first half. Points off of turnovers, Northern with 13, Mount with 6. Points in the paint, Northern with 12, Mount with 10. Second chance points, Northern 2, Mount 7. Fast break points, 6 for Ohio Northern, 4 for Mount Union. And points off the bench, 10 for Northern and 7 for the Purple Raiders. Biggest lead of the game, Ohio Northern was up at 10 with 8:36 in that first half. Mount Union's biggest lead was 5 at 14:32. The best scoring run was 8 for Northern and 9 for the Purple Raiders. That's what helped them get back to that 5-point lead. There have been 3 lead changes. The game has been tied 5 times in the first half, and Ohio Northern has held the lead for 9 minutes and 10 seconds. The Purple Raiders, 6 minutes and 56 seconds. So a sloppy half of basketball. Let's see if they come out in the second half and do anything different. Some key things that jumped out at me in that first half. Kevin Hamilton, 0 of 4 from the field, 0 of 1 from behind the three-point line. And we haven't seen as many points off the bench as we saw last game on Tuesday against Baldwin Wallace. They were able to sub 5 in and 5 out, and the production stayed the same. We'll see how Mount Union comes out in the second half and gets things fired up. So, yeah, we're about 2.5 minutes away from tip-off here, start of the second half. Purple Raiders 33, Northern 31.
Did Jack Dunbar ever get in?
Yeah, he got in for a very short period of time.
And I'm trying to figure out, because remember we had 2 reviews, we had a stoppage.
Yeah.
And then I'm trying to Jared had to leave with the bloody lip. Caleb had the blood all over his uniform. And in all this, I'm thinking, Jack Dunbar, was he in?
Yeah, he was in for 3 minutes and 16 seconds. Went 0 for 1.
Oh, he did get a shot off. Okay,
yeah.
I don't remember that.
Oh, he got 2 shots off. Went 0 for 1. I guess just 0 for 1. He shot a 3 and missed it. He did have 3 rebounds, though, in that 3 minutes that he was in. Turned the ball over 1 time.
I'm trying to find us a spark. And I keep thinking it might be Hamilton, and then I think it might be Dunbar, and then I think at the end of the day, Chance might have to just carry him.
Throw it on his back. Well, I mean, on Tuesday, they brought in Weekly and they brought in Dunbar, and that completely turned the game around. Weekly got a couple threes. Dunbar got a couple threes. Did Weekly ever get Weekly was 0 for 2 from the three-point line, 1 for 3 from the field, and he split and they hit 2 free throws. But yeah, those young guys were kind of the spark on Tuesday that kind of got everything going, and it's just one of you have these throughout the year. It's just one of those games where you come out flat, and you just hope that you can will your team to get through. I mean, Northern hasn't played great by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, if Mount Union, they shot 39%. If they shot 50%, this would be a 10, 12-point game right now.
And when you have these kind of games, A, you hope that it's at home. B, you hope that it's an opponent that on a good day, you probably should handle.
Yeah.
So if you could just grind through this thing and then take a break.
Yeah.
You got several days you can take a break.
Let's go, guys.
Get things back rolling again. All right, NCAA Division III College Football Playoff, 21-14. University of Wisconsin River Falls is in the lead over Johns Hopkins with about 8 minutes to go in the first half. Boy, no defense in that game. Holy cow. All right, settle in as we get you ready to roll here for the second half on 1310 WDPN. Mount Union looking to stay perfect on the year and get their record to 11-0, but today is going to be one of those days. Shot put up in the paint, no good by Harris, but he drew a foul. 13 seconds into the second half, Caleb Lawrence picked up the foul. That's his second. So Aiden Harris, the young man out of Pandora Gilboa, will go to the free throw line and shoot 2 for Ohio Northern. First free throw is on the way and good.
From where?
Pandora Gilboa.
Where
you know where that is.
I do not.
I don't either.
Boy, oh boy.
I couldn't even tell you. Southwest, northeast, no idea. But it is a real school, though, I can tell you that. Now I want to know what their nickname is.
I got to look it up.
The Pandora Gilboa Turnover by the Purple Raiders again, and we're starting the second half like we started the game. Shot put up inside, no good, but a foul. And Northern is quickly going to go back to the free throw line, and it's going to be Harris again, who just hit two a couple of seconds ago.
From?
19:40 left in the game, 33-33. Raiders and Bears on WDPN, Q92radiosports.com. Harris, long time at the free throw line. Free throws up and good. He's got 1, 2, 3, so 3 consecutive free shots. And Northern seesaws back in front, 34-33. Bears came in 5-4 today, while the Raiders were 10-0. Lewis' second free throw off the rim, no. Northern got another offensive rebound. Langford's got it. Out on top to Studer, now to Will Miller. Miller guarded by Elijah. Will left to the key, gets it down to Mag. Mag backing him in, turns with the left hand, hooks it up and in. So Mag with 8, and it's a 36-33 Ohio Northern lead. 19:15 to go in the basketball game. Sam Berkman, Ryan Keller with you on WDPN this afternoon. Shout out to everybody listening today, part of Raider Nation all over the world on this Saturday afternoon. Kevin Hamilton on the left wing. Kevin, top of the free throw line. Swings it left wing. Chance. Kasenheiser triple. Good from three-point land. It was pure as the driven snow. Beautiful release. High arcing rainbow, and it didn't even hit the rim.
I think he's in I'm going to take this game over
Yep,
mode.
I think he might have to. Reverse by Miller, no. Caleb Lawrence got the rebound. And here comes Chance Kasenheiser. Caleb sets the screen. Chance goes around it. It goes into the paint, fumble the ball, got it back. Kicks it back out of the left wing to Hamilton, and they'll reset. 18:25 to go in the game. Raiders with the ball. Hamilton swings to the Chance in the corner. Rainbow three at the rim, no good. Loose, picked up by Northern. It's Will Miller in the backcourt, and he'll bring it across. Right side to Harris. Fakes the three, goes to the hoop, kicks the ball into the corner. Wide open three. Langford up the court. Now, he'll hurt you out there if you're not anywhere near him. He's got 6 on a couple of threes. 17:59 to go. Turnover, Mount Union. Studer's got it out on top to Miller. Lake Wing Harris shoots the three. No. What in the world is going on? We're just kind of in quicksand here a little bit today. 10 on the shot clock. Whistle. Foul.
Well, that on Chance.
So Chance picks up the foul. That's his first. 17:40 in the game. 39-36. Ohio Northern by 3. Well, you just get the feeling here that
3 fouls in the first 2 minutes and 20 seconds.
This is gonna just have to be one of those ugly wins, no matter how you get it. Mag up and under inside. No. Great defensive position by Caleb. Caleb looks like he's laboring a little bit. And there's another turnover and a foul at the other end of the floor on Chance Kasenheiser right in front of the midcourt line.
It's like one team's allowed to be aggressive and the other one isn't here today.
4 fouls already on Mount in the second half. 17:20 to go in the game. 39-36. Boy, you know it's a good thing. They're only down 3.
Yeah.
Feels like they're down about 7 or 8. Harris, top of the free throw line, goes around Farrington and lays it up and in. So Lewis with a quick 5 here in the second half. Ohio Northern by 5, 41-36 with 16:55 to go in the basketball game. Caleb, right side to Hamilton, right wing to Chance, down and another turnover.
I honestly don't understand what's going on.
I'm bewildered right now. And the Raiders are going to go wholesale substitution, and another driving layup is good by Mag. And the Purple Raiders have to call a timeout. They're not in it today. They're just not in it.
They're getting out hustled. Northern wants it more right now.
Loose This is going to be one of those where if you can get a win, you get dressed and you get out of here. 16:34 left to go in the game. Northern 43, Mount Union 36. We're not getting loose balls. We're not crashing. We're not. It's like we're just a step behind a lot of things here today, and hopefully a couple of the fellas will be able to get a little energy, get a little juice, a little something going here. Come back and get this game to where it's attainable to get a W and keep the win streak cooking. Again, look, it's not all about the win streak. We completely understand that. But on a day like today, you're really going to have to make your own luck.
All right, I found out where Pandora Gilboa is.
Gilboa? Where is Pandora Gilboa?
It's over by Columbus Grove, west of Findlay. And they're the Rocket Men.
Ooh, I like that.
Rocket
Men. I like that. Stop. Lob down low for Vaden. Couldn't grab it and put it down, but he did keep the ball alive. So it's Weekly, Collier, Terra, Vaden, and Dunbar. A completely new 5 here today for and another turnover. Gaston at the other end of the floor. He will drive and score. Gaston with 5. Ohio Northern is a 9-point lead now at 45-36. 16:07 left to go in the game here at Mount Union. Raiders might have to rely on the crowd that is here today to give them a little bit of a boost. Cam Weekly goes inside, drew the foul, and Cam will go to the free throw line with 15:55 left. This is probably going to be another timeout.
Maybe I mean, right now, maybe Mount just needs to drive and try to draw fouls, stop the clock, slow the game down, get points off of free throws.
So this is our full media timeout. We'll take a break. Holy smokes. 15:55 left to go. Purple Raiders got some work to do. 45-35 Ohio Northern. You're listening to Mount Union Basketball presented by SARTA on 1310.
SARTA me to shop, work, activities, the park, the doctors, or the grandmas.
SARTA riders count on us to go so many places, enjoy so many things, and visit so many friends and family members. Nearly 1.5 million riders on 27 fixed routes and nearly 100,000 ProLine rides for a total of 4 million miles.
Every ride tells a story, and every rider counts. Where to? SARTAme.com.
Discover something new at Union House and Alliance. Step into our boutique and get screen printing done on the spot, from unisex tees to sweatshirts. Browse our women's boutique clothing and don't miss our hand-poured soy candles and family and pet-safe home cleaners, all made in-house. Visit us at 1686 South Union Avenue, right across from Mount Union Ponds. Open Tuesday through Friday from 11 to 5 and Saturday 10 to 3. Stop in and see what's new at Union House.
You're listening to Mount Union Basketball presented by SARTA on AM 1310 WDPN.
All right, going to have to dig deep on this one today. 15:55 left, 45-36 Ohio Northern. Raiders at the free throw line. Cam Weekly, first free throw is up and no good. First miss from the line for Weekly today. Cam with 4 points on the afternoon. Second free throw. That one is good. So Weekly with 5. 45-37, Mount Union by 8, and now they'll put the full court press on. See if Northern can beat it. So far, they haven't gotten it across the timeline that he just did in the nick of time with 15:44 left to go in the game. Going to have to start at the defensive end of the floor. Gaston's got it for Northern. 13 on the shot clock, and they promptly throw it away. All right, little pressure, little life, and the ball comes back to Mount Union. They trail by 8, 15:37 left to go in the game. Also, Purple Raiders only have 2 timeouts left. First, we got a couple medias left, but still, Weekly in the backcourt gets it across the timeline. Cam with the left-hand dribble out of Jackson. Looking for help, gets it to Dunbar. Out on top to Collier. Dante lobs it to Vaden. Sean on the wing. Vaden about 16 feet away. Needs help. And a 5-second violation gives it back to Ohio Northern.
They called a travel.
Oh, called a travel.
Yeah.
Okay. 15-13 left to go. Polar Bears with the ball. They've got an 8-point lead, 45-37. 33-31 Mount at halftime. So again, the Raiders only 4 points here in the first 5 minutes of the second half. Gaston's got it on the left wing. Gets it out on top to Lewis. He'll swing it around to Stewart. Stewart hands it off to Lewis. Now on the left wing now. Kick ball. It'll stay with Northern. 11 on the shot clock. Baden, Dunbar, Collier, Taylor, Weekly on the floor for Coach Mike Fuline.
Mount has 5 turnovers in the last 4 minutes and 2 seconds.
Northern to get it in. Moulton gets it in into the corner. And a steal by Dunbar. Dunbar at the other end of the hole. He will lay it up and in with a right hand and score. Dunbar with a little finger roll at the other end of the floor. It's 45-39. The Raiders are back to within 6 here at the Mack Center. Now they're turning up the heat. And a whistle and a foul. We called that one on Dunbar. That is team foul number 6. We're playing at home today, by the way. 6 fouls already with 14:35 left to go in the game.
Yeah, that's crazy. One more, and Northern shooting free throws
the rest of the day.
They have 5.
They have 5, okay. Still. Lewis gets it in the Moulton in the backcourt. Here comes the Mount Union crowd trying to urge the defense on at this end of the floor. This is where it all has to begin. Moulton are on a screen. Morris traveled. That'll go back to Mount Union. Purple Raider ball with 13:24 left to go. Mount Union bench now. Getting into it down to our right. And now Dunbar and Lewis had to be separated by the official. Hey, you know what? It's a sign of life. I'll take it. Ball comes into Dunbar. Dunbar across the timeline. Dunbar goes into the paint. Down the lane. Put it up. No good, but he got fouled. So Dunbar, you talked about it the first half. Instant energy by the young man. And he'll go to the free throw line.
I mean, that's the spark plug that they need right now, too. And the rest of the guys will start to feed off of that, too. The fans will start to feed off of that. Everyone will start to feel that energy and be like, I don't want to be the only guy.
Yep. Just take it to the rack and make something happen. Dunbar, line right, free throw. Good. So Dunbar with 3, 45-40 the score with 14:20 left to go. Mount's got 5 team fouls, Northern 2. 3 timeouts left for the Bears, 2 for the Raiders. Possession arrow will give it to Mount Union. Second free throw, back there too strong. Did we get an offensive rebound? We did not. Out of bounds off of Baden, who he's wincing in pain a little bit.
It looks like he got hit in the mouth, too.
Well, it's been a physical, grind it out kind of a game here today so far. Northern beats the press now as they've got the ball into the fourth quarter on the right wing. 14:08 left to go in the game. 45-40, the Polar Bears lead the Raiders here at the Mack Center. Lewis into the corner. Lost the ball. Here we go. Back to Mount Union. Now we got to capitalize here to get a little run. A little 6-0, 8-0 run would not hurt anything here.
Defense leads to offense, and that's something that they've done all season long is use turnovers and points off of turnovers, so they need to continue with that.
Well, Northern going to send in 5 new faces at the next opportunity. Weekly on the wing to Baden. Baden high post. Sean looking for help, got it to Collier. Dante got the ball poked away, picked it back up, reach it, foul on Mag. That'll be his first, team 4th. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4 in, 4 out for Northern. Miller, Langford, Studer, and Lewis all back in for the Polar Bears of Ohio Northern.
Northern's on a 2.5-minute scoring drought. They've had 4 turnovers in that last 2:30.
Collier gets it into Jarrett Taylor, the former Green Bulldog. Jarrett with the left-hand dribble, way out on top, directing traffic at the top of the key to Weekly. Lobs it down to Baden. Baden a little too far away from the hoop out there. Mag is bodying up. Baden's going to go inside. Little 6-footer. Put it up and put it in. There you go. That's what you need from the big man. And the Raiders have cut it to 3. 45-42 with 13:18 to go. Almost a turnover. We got one. Here comes Dunbar. Dunbar at the other end of the floor. Lost the ball. Loose on the floor. We got a tie up. Possession arrow will give it to Mount Union. exactly 13-10 left to go in the game. 45-42. Raiders on a little run.
Yeah, first half, you wouldn't have seen them diving for the basketball like they did there.
And this group, too.
Yep.
It's a different group. (45-42) Northern. 13 minutes, 10 seconds to go here in the game. Sam Berkman, Ryan Keller with you, trying to urge this one home on this Saturday. Weekly got it to Vaden. Sean in the paint. Vaden goes inside, rolls to the hoop and put it up and put it in. Big fella starting to eat down in the paint. 45-44. Raiders have chopped it within one. And now the back center's coming alive. Miller across the timeline as the Bears barely get it across in time. Here we go now. 12:45 left to go. Mount Union has fought back. They're down by one. Langford at the other end of the floor. Lost the ball out of bounds. It'll go back to Mount Union. 12:42 left. Raiders with a chance to take the lead with 12:42 left to go.
Mount on an 8-0 run in the last 3:14.
Now after all that, Ohio Northern wants a timeout. The Mack Center now has come alive for the first time today. It's a 30-second timeout, and we will keep it here. Well, it took a while. But the fellas are awake.
And this is the type of basketball that we've seen them play throughout the entire season. If they would have been played like this in the first half, it would have been a completely different ball game. But it goes to show that even days when things aren't quite going right, you get back into it, you battle through. You like the perseverance that they've showed so far coming back in the second half.
College football playoff, 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Miami 3, Texas A&M nothing.
Wow.
Can you imagine if A&M gets shut out at home?
Man. Do you imagine that you put those two teams in over Notre Dame?
Well, your case will be verified coming up later today because I don't think Tulane or James Madison has a shot, and you know where to do anything in those games.
Notre Dame put up 40 on A&M. Wow.
3-0 Canes late in the third. Ohio State awaits the winner of that game in the Cotton Bowl, New Year's Eve. Here we go. 45-44. Mount down by one. Vaden on the block. Sean going inside. Kiloff got it to Dunbar. In the corner. Hit the three. Dunbar's got 6. Mount has come all the way back to take the lead. 47-45.
11-0 run. 11-0 run for the Purple Raiders.
We needed them all. Lewis to Langford trying to get open on a three. Gets a screen by Mag. 12 minutes exactly left to go in this one. 47-45, Purple Raiders. Thanks for hanging out with us here on WDPN and Q92RadioSports.com. Miller coming off the screen on the left wing. 2 on the clock, 1 on the clock. Drive, blocked from behind. Rebounded by Vaden. Vaden in the backcourt. Get it to the Weekly. Here come the Raiders. Cam across the timeline. Stutter step dribble. He'll circle the wagons and bring them out on top. Now we can get into our offense with 11:30 left to go in the game. 47-45 Mount Union. Raiders with the ball. Into the corner. Collier from 17. Good! Dante Collier's got 5. And the Raiders push it out to 4. 49-45 with 11:15 to go in the game. Langford across the timeline. The chant of defense from the Mack Center. Lewis on the wing. 11:08 to go. Northern with the ball. They're down 4. Ball out on top to Langford, almost at midcourt, being hounded by Dunbar. Miller on the left wing. Miller with 4 on the shot clock. Will Miller into the paint, got open from 16, put it up. Nope. Rebound deflected, and it's taken away, and now we give it right back. Mag's got it for Ohio Northern. Now Miller. Left wing to Stutter. Studer on the left wing. Throws it down low to Mag. Mag got free. Puts it up and in. So Mag stops the bleeding for Ohio Northern. 10:31 to go in the game. Purple Raiders 49 and the Polar Bears 47. Here comes Mount Union. Weekly across the timeline with 10:18 left to go. 18 on the shot clock for the Raiders. Ball taken away. Weekly gets it back into backcourt and brings it over. Cam to the line. Cam on the right side being bumped. Weekly with the ball. Vaden backdoor to Weekly. Cam dumps it out underneath. Put it up. No good, but he got fouled. Cam Weekly will shoot 2. 10:05 left to go in the game. Purple Raiders on top, 49-47. And this will bring us another media timeout. Things are getting tight here at the Mack Center. 10:05 to go in the game. Mount Union 49. Ohio Northern 47. You're listening to Purple Raider Basketball, presented by SARTA on AM 1310 WDPM.
SARTA me to shop, work, activities, the park, the doctors, or the grandmas.
SARTA riders count on us to go so many places, enjoy so many things, and visit so many friends and family members. Nearly 1.5 million riders on 27 fixed routes and nearly 100,000 ProLine rides for a total of 4 million miles.
Every ride tells a story, and every rider counts. Where to? SARTAme.com.
You're listening to Mount Union Basketball presented by SARTA on AM 1310 WDPN.
Sam Burke and Ryan Keller back at the Mack Center. 10:05 left to go in the game. 11-0 Mount Union. Not yet. 10-0 Mount Union, leading 5-4 Ohio Northern. Purple Raiders 49, and the Polar Bears 47. Don't forget you can listen to all of our broadcasts on 1310 WDPN. On our WDPN X and Twitter page, and the 1310 WDPN Facebook page, and if that's not enough, because apparently it's not, also on the Q92 Radio YouTube channel. Here we go. Cam Weekly back at the free throw line. He's got two coming. First one is up. Good. Cam Weekly. A little spark off the bench for Coach Fuline. They don't even have Cam on the scoreboard. Now they've just, that's because he's coming out. So Weekly hit a couple free throws. I've got him for 7. That might be unofficial. Anyhow, 51-47, Mount Union by 4. 10 minutes left to go in this one. Northern with a basketball. Polar Bears in the black jersey shorts, orange numbers and letters trimmed to the white. Purple Raiders in all white today. Tops and bottoms, purple numbers, letters trimmed in the black. Morris has got it to Will Miller. Northern now milking the shot clock again down to 4. Gaston with 2. Throws it away. And it wouldn't go into anybody. That's a shot clock violation. Great defense by Mount, and it goes back to the Raiders.
I think the aggressiveness that Mount is showing now is kind of thrown Northern off. They hadn't seen it all game, and then all of a sudden it just came out of nowhere.
For the Purple Raiders, this has been a battle today for them. Just trying to get to the finish line here before Christmas break. 9:23 left to go in the game, and they just turned it over. Another turnover for the Raiders. Here comes Ohio Northern. 9:15 left to go in the game. Long 3, right wing, barely got to the rim. Loose on the floor, picked up by Stewart. Stewart into the paint. Northern still with another crack at it now with 9:05 to go. Gaston driving the baseline. Cut off. Loose on the floor once, twice. Off of Hamilton and out of bounds. Polar Bears will inbound the ball with 9 on the shot clock and exactly 9 minutes left to go in the game. Studer will throw it in. Morris between the circles on the left wing. Gaston's got it. Picked up by Hamilton. Now Studer into the paint. Cradles it. Turns around for the 4-footer. Did he get it off in time? He did. Barely. He almost didn't beat the shot clock. Studer with the bucket. He's got 6. Here comes Mount Union now with the basketball. And the Raiders with a 2-point lead. 51-49. 8:33 left to go in the game here at Mount Union. Hamilton, long 3, in and out, no good. How did that not stay in? Loose ball foul on the other end. I think Hamilton's going to get the foul. Yep. How did that ball not stay in?
I mean, I'm half tempted if I'm Coach Fuline to let those guys on the bench rest up and throw that 5 back into the game. More energy. They've contributed more so far.
Yeah, because you're going to get the media stop.
Yeah.
So
they're going to the 8-minute media.
Why?
I don't know.
There's 8:27 left. You shouldn't get the media until after 8 on an official stoppage.
He makes the rules,
I guess.
Is this immediate though? Is this immediate? And then we'll take another one after 8? Or no? Right now. We're looking to see if it's on. Oh, so this would be the. Okay, I got you.
All right, so
SARTA me to shop, work, activities, the park, the doctors, or the grandmas.
SARTA riders count on us to go so many places, enjoy so many things, and visit so many friends and family members. Nearly 1.5 million riders on 27 fixed routes and nearly 100,000 ProLine rides for a total of 4 million miles.
Every ride tells a story, and every rider counts. Where to? SARTAme.com.
Hey, sports fans, want the latest local sports news, game photos, coach and player interviews, and live play-by-play coverage? Then follow Q92 Sports on social media now. We're on Facebook, Instagram, X, Threads, YouTube, and SoundCloud. Like, follow, and subscribe today. Catch the highlights, relive the moments, and stay connected to your hometown teams. Q92 Sports, your home for everything local sports. Real teams, real action, real coverage. Follow Q92 Sports on social media.
7:50 to go in the goal. Almost another turnover. Lawrence goes back and gets to the midcourt for Mount Union. Shot clock down to 5. Hamilton rips a three. Good! Kevin Hamilton. That was a big one. 3 for Kevin. Almost another turnover. Boy, the Raiders have turned up the defensive heat here in this second half. 54-49 Mount Union. 7:29 left to go in the game. Sam Berkman, Ryan Keller with you. Thanks for hanging out with us on this Saturday. We need each and every one of you to bring this one home. Northern with the ball again, taking the shot clock almost all the way down to 5. Down on the block, a 17-foot fadeaway by Gaston is good.
Boy, that's a tough shot there. Turn around, fading away over the extended hand of Lawrence.
Gaston with 7. Purple Raiders with the ball in the backcourt. Hamilton brings it across. 6:55 left to go in the game. Mount Union 54, Ohio Northern 51 here at the Mack Center. Lawrence, deep right wing, will shoot that 3. Rim, no tip, up, no foul. What a job by Elijah Farrington to keep that alive. And he'll go back to the free throw line and shoot 2. So Stewart picks up his first 15th foul. 6:46 to go in the game. Mount Union 54. Ohio Northern 51, and Elijah Farrington. Free throw up and no good. Elijah, 9 points so far here this afternoon. Farrington's second free throw. Oh, missed them both. Well, we had been shooting free throws at a pretty good clip until somebody made mention of it earlier in the game. I don't know who that was.
Wasn't me.
6:35 left to go in the game. That's what Sharon Moore said. Shot up over the hoop, no good. And a whistle. And a foul. 6:30 left to go in the game. 54-51. Purple Raiders by 30. All right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Bolt back in for Ohio Northern. Gaston will sit. Purple Raiders with the rock. They lead by 3. Hamilton in the backcourt. Boy, I tell you what, he's had to earn every dribble and every step today. They have hounded him all afternoon long as Ohio Northern. But props to Kevin for keeping us cool here today. Pass out on top to Caleb. Lobs it right into the hands of Lewis. That was a turnover for Mount Union. Right idea, not the execution they were looking for. 54-51, Mount Union. Northern with the ball. Miller on the right wing. Miller going baseline. Behind the back pass to Lewis. Way out there for three. In and out, no good. That time they got the unfriendly bounce. Here comes Kevin Hamilton. They got numbers if they hurry. Into the corner. Kevin Moore, wing three. Good! Kevin Moore from downtown.
That's his first points of the game, too, if I'm not mistaken.
He's got 6.
He's got 6.
Got 6.
All right.
But biggest hoop of the day
yeah.
for Kevin Moore. 57-51, Mount Union. 5:28 left to go in the game. Northern with the ball. They swing it around the length for an open three. In and out, no. Rebound, Caleb Warrich. Gets it ahead to Hamilton. Here come the Purple Raiders. Kaysenheiser across the timeline. Chance between the circles on that purple M logo. And now we'll take a little breath here. Get into the offense. Get a good shot. 5:05 left to go in the game. Mount with the ball. They lead by 6. Chance top of the key. Chance left of the key. Down the lane. Lays it up. No. Caleb with the follow. No. Caleb swatted it up in the air. No. And the rebound picked off by Langford. Here come the Polar Bears right to left. Moulton across the timeline. Feeds it on the right wing to Miller. Will Miller got away. And now he'll shoot a long 2, and it's good. Foot on the line for Will Miller. He's got 9. 4:38 to go in the basketball game. Purple Raiders on top 57-53, and another turnover. Moulton's got it. The Mag. Lewis a 3. No. Barrington got the rebound. Ahead to Kaysenheiser. Mike Fuline says, slow it down. Chance has got it on the left wing. He's going to go into the paint. Down the lane. Floater. Count it. And a foul. Chance Kaysenheiser with 13. He'll look for 14 at the line. And another big hoop by the former Lake Blue Streak.
And that was just a great heads-up play by him. Like the defender heard Coach Fuline yell, slow it down. Chase pretended that he was just going to pull it behind the three-point line and did a quick spin reverse and had a wide open path to the low block and just floated that thing up and in.
Chance with 13 today to go with a couple of fouls. Kaysenheiser line right, steps into it, fires it, scores it. Chance with 14. Sean Baden into the game. Caleb Warrich will sit down. Jack Dunbar in. Chance says, I don't want to come out. But he's going to come out. 4:16 left. Raiders up by 7. Now we'll see if this group can cause a couple of turnovers. Lewis across the timeline for Northern. Gets the ball into the corner. They thought about it. 3 thought better of it. Studer between the circles. Mount Union now starting to clamp down on defense. You love to see it. 3:59 left to go in the game. Northern with the ball, they're down 7. Miller shoots the 3 around the screen. Didn't get it to go. Ball stayed inbounds by Northern. Studer's got it. Out on top to Lewis. Lewis behind the three-point arc, guarded by Baden. 3:45 to go in the game. 10 on the shot clock. Mount again coming out and playing good man-to-man. Long 3, Lewis left wing. No. Bodies all over the floor. Holy cow. Northern comes out of there with another loose ball rebound. And Mount's defense is going to have to do. And guess who stopped play again? 3:28 left to go in the game. Mount Union 60, Ohio Northern 53, and another just phantom stoppage in play.
I think they're talking about the shot clock. And now they're changing it. They're going to the full timeout.
So this will be another media full timeout, and that'll be the last media timeout, and we will step away.
SARTA Me to shop, work, activities, the park, the doctors, or the grandmas.
SARTA riders count on us to go so many places, enjoy so many things, and visit so many friends and family members. Nearly 1.5 million riders on 27 fixed routes and nearly 100,000 ProLine rides for a total of 4 million miles.
Every ride tells a story, and every rider counts. Where to? SARTAMe.com.
Missed the big game? Don't worry, Q92 has you covered. Check out our SoundCloud page where you can relive every exciting moment. From high school football, basketball, baseball, and softball to Mount Union football and basketball, we've got it all. That's every broadcast from this season, and even classics going all the way back to 2016. Follow Q92 Radio on SoundCloud and never miss a play, a call, or the thrill of the game. Q92 Radio on SoundCloud, your home for every game, every season.
You're listening to Mount Union Basketball presented by SARTA on AM 1310 WDPN.
Hey, sports fans, want the latest local sports news, game photos, coach and player interviews, and live play-by-play coverage? Then follow Q92 Sports on social media now. We're on Facebook, Instagram, X, Threads, YouTube, and SoundCloud. Like, follow, and subscribe today. Catch the highlights, relive the moments, and stay connected to your hometown teams.
He just goes to a break.
Your home for everything local sports. Real teams, real action coverage. Follow Q92 Sports on social media.
We apologize for the technical problems. 3:12 left to go in the game. It is 60-55. I think Harris hit a couple of free throws for Ohio Northern. All right, 2:59 left to go in the game. Time to dig in now, Raider Nation. Mount by 5 with the ball. Oh, Chase almost fumbled the ball away. Got it out on top to Collier. Dante around evading screen. Collier going down low. Dante turns, spins, lost the ball, got it back. Fade away. No foul. Got to be a foul. Wow. Dante Collier is going to go to the free throw line. Northern foul is going to be on Aiden Harris. That's the young man out of Pandora Gilboa. 2:45 left to go in the game. 60-55. Mount Union by 5. Dante Collier shooting 2, line right. Dante with 5 on the afternoon. Make it 6 as that free throw is up and good. Now, this shows you a lot about your team on a day like today. When it looked like it was going to be one of those days, and it still could. But they have found a way, and they are fighting their way through every minute today as Collier rolls in the second free throw. Dante with the lucky 7. 2:40 left to go in the basketball game. 62-55. Mount Union by 7. Ohio Northern with the ball. Raiders looking to go to 11-0. Harris right down the paint with the left hand. Scooped it up and in and scored. He's got a nice quick step, Harris does. He's got 9. He's able to use that offhand, too. Raiders just trying to get the ball in now. Taylor got it the chance. Here they come from behind. Watch out! Foul on Miller. Oh, careful, Chance. Careful.
That's 7, so they're in the bonus now.
You always got to be mindful when you're bringing that ball to the head of steam with the other end of the floor. There's always somebody from behind you,
right?
Trying to, So Kasenheiser will shoot the 1-and-1 line right. Raiders up by 5 with 2:16 to go. Chance first one up. Good.
I love how the Miller was yelling, I didn't touch him, and the official yelled, boy, he didn't fall on his own.
Kasenheiser line right, trying to get a couple of free throws. That's a line violation there. And they called it on Vaden. What in the world? And now Ohio Northern wants to call a timeout. 2:16 left to go. It's a 30-second timeout. 2:16 left to go in the game. Mount Union 63. Ohio Northern 57. Now Vaden and was it Morris were jostling before the free throw went up, and sometimes they were both off balance. I think they both stepped into the lane, but they called it on Mount, and they gave the ball back to Ohio Northern.
It looked like Vaden moved his upper body, just kind of went like this and turned. And in doing that, it forced the Northern player to completely move because he thought Vaden was moving, but he never moved his feet. He was staying exactly where he was.
So Vaden Kasenheiser, Hamilton, Taylor, and Collier on the floor right now for Mike Feline. They've had to use a bunch of different combinations today, but whatever it takes. 2:10 left to go in this one. Mount by 6. Northern with the ball. Will Miller deep on the left wing. Coming off the screen is Schultz, who's checked in. Schultz goes down low and he puts it up no good, but a foul. That was Harris. Again, driving the baseline will shoot free throws. Boy, Northern with a minute 59 left to go in the game is already going offense, defense, sub at every stop.
I thought we were starting to do that a little bit as well. When we brought in Vaden and Dunbar, I thought we would see a little bit more of that.
Free throw by Lewis, crawls over the rim and in. Or Harris, rather. So Harris, that should give him. Wait a minute. That's not. No, they gave the points to the wrong player. That's not 15. That's 13 at the line. It's not Mag. That's Lewis. He got 1 out of 2. And then a loose ball foul on Northern, and the Raiders will go back to the other end of the score. So I'm going to give Harris 10. And I'm going to keep Mag with 12. Now they got it right. 1:58 left to go in this war of attrition. 63-58 Mount Union. 5-point lead for the home team. Want to see some women's basketball? You're in the area. Come on by. The Mount ladies will be in action about a half hour after the conclusion of the men's game here at the Mack Center. As Collier got the first free throw. He's got 8 on the afternoon. Mount now by 6. This would be a big one here. Get it to 7. Dante got it. Collier with 9. 65-58. Mount Union by 7. And Northern just threw it away. Kasenheiser grabbed it right in front of us. And now the Purple Raiders can get into the offense and take a little time down here. 1:47 left to go. Raiders with the pumpkin. They lead 65-58. Kasenheiser on Lewis. Chance goes around him. Chance stop. Pop. 15-footer. In. Good. 17 for Chance Kasenheiser. A minute 33 to go, and the Raiders are up by 9, and the ball goes out of bounds back to Ohio Northern.
Yeah, good defense from Taylor, able to get a finger on that long stretch pass down the left sideline and knock it out. Kind of gives Mount defense a chance to regroup down there on that side of the court.
Here comes Ohio Northern now. Studer in the backcourt. He'll bring it across. A minute and 30 seconds left to go in the game. Purple Raiders clawed their way on top, 67-58. Down low, easy basket for Lewis. Harris put it up and in. He's got 12, and then another timeout for Ohio Northern.
Yeah, Vaden got a little lost down there and a little misdirection from the Ohio Northern. Gave him a free basket.
So a minute 16 to go. No, that's not a 30. It's full. All right, so it's a full timeout by Ohio Northern. And they are officially out of timeouts now. So 1:16 left. Raiders 67, Polar Bears 60. Sam Berkman and Ryan Keller with you. 1310 WDPN and all of our social media platforms. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast today. It's been a wild one for sure. But if things hold and serve, we'll pick up the 11th one in a row, keep the streak alive, take a little break, and come back and get back at it here on the 29th and 30th at the Mack Center with a couple of big non-conference games coming up after Christmas. Not that I ever, well, not over yet. I've learned over the years, never count the chickens before they come out of the egg. I just stop myself right in the middle of mid-sentence there. You just never know.
Too many crazy things.
Sometimes you feel silly saying, well, you never know. But you don't. You really don't ever know.
I mean, who would have thought Alabama last night after being down 17-0 on the road would have won? You wouldn't have.
Who would think Texas A&M would score in the first 3 quarters of a college playoff? I mean, just defies law. Ball comes into Jared Taylor. Back to Dante. Now let's run a little clock. 1:10 left to go in the game. Here come the Purple Raiders right now across the timeline. Kevin Hamilton's got it. 1:05 in the game clock. 17 on the shot clock. Purple Raiders up 67-60. You would think a hoop here could close the door. Chance Kasenheiser's got it at midcourt. Shot clock is down to 5. Chance top of the key. Steps into a 3. Lets it fly in and out. No good. Had a good look. Hamilton got the rebound, and he is fouled by Will Miller. And the Raiders are going to go back to the free throw line with a chance to add to the 7-point lead with 46 seconds left.
And they're shooting 2, so no 1-and-1 here.
College football playoff. 9 minutes to go in the game. It's still Miami 3, Texas A&M nothing. Oh. Kevin Hamilton line right. Free throw. Got it. All right, one more should do it. One more should do it. Kevin's got 4. 46.2 left. Purple Raiders 68, Ohio Northern 60. Kevin Hamilton, the St. Vincent St. Mary product, Youngstown State, now here at Mount Union. We're happy to have him. Kevin's got 5, 9-point Raider lead with 43 seconds to go. Miller coast to coast. Blocked by Taylor. Wow. Northern gets the ball back. Studer shoots a 3 and hits it. Well, they're not done yet. It's a 6-point game with 34 seconds to go. Baseball pass for Taylor. Couldn't save it in. Mount Union threw it away. And with 34, see what I mean? 34 seconds left. Northern gets it back, and they're only down by 6.
The look on Coach Fuline's face when they made that long full court pass was just, what are you doing?
Yeah. Now what are we looking at? 34.7 seconds. So they put 0.8 of a second back on. 69-63. Somehow I knew the last minute of this was not going to be easy. So they adjust the clock, 34.7. Mount up by 6, but Northern has the ball. Ohio Northern is out of timeouts. Possession arrow will give it to the Polar Bears.
So they put 20 seconds on the shot clock.
Okay. 20 on the shot clock, 34.7 on the game. Lob it to Morris. Mount's going to play some in-your-face D, but don't foul. Studer around the top of the key to Miller, left wing. Harris has got it. Boy, they're taking a lot of time. Open 3, top of the key, and out, back in. 3 ball for Schultz, his first basket of the game. 18.6 seconds to go, and it's a 3-point Mount Union lead. You've got to be kidding me. Collier gets it into Hamilton. Kevin in the backcourt. Hamilton across the timeline. He'll circle the wagons. They got to follow him, and they do, with 11.8 seconds to go. Raiders by 3 as they go back to the free throw line.
2 things. After that turnover, Mount's defense did a great job. Even though they gave up the 3, they ate a ton of time off that clock, not giving them a chance to get a free look. And then Hamilton being able to get the ball across half court took a good 7-8 seconds off that clock before he was fouled. So 2 really good plays, even though
just to eat the clock.
Yep.
All right, Kevin Hamilton, line right, free throw. Good.
Huge.
That was a big one. That'll make it 4. 70-66. Kevin Hamilton with 6 on the afternoon. Dunbar out. Farrington will sit down.
I like this sub as well. Dunbar is better defensively out on the perimeter.
Yep. 11.8 left to go. Mount by 4. Hamilton's got another free throw coming for the Raiders line right. Another big free throw. That was good. Hamilton's got 7. All right, no foul. 11 seconds to go in the game. Mount by 5. Northern with the ball. Miller coast to coast. Down low. Fade from 6. Up, in, out. No. The follow is good by Stutter. He's got 11. 5 seconds left to go. Collier's got to get it in. Got to get it in. Got to get it in. Timeout, Mount Union.
And the last play stoppage, they communicated to the team, hey, we have 2 timeouts left. If you get in trouble, take the timeout.
Good coaching. So Mount has a full. So with 5.3 seconds left to go, it ain't over yet. Mount Union 71 and Ohio Northern 68. Timeout situation. Mountain has one left. Northern is out. The possession arrow will give the ball to Ohio Northern.
Mount is currently in the double bonus, so if they get fouled, they will shoot 2 free throws. Northern will still be one-on-one for 2 more fouls. So, well, 1 more foul because they're on 8, so it would just be 9.
8:10 to go. Miami 4-3. Texas A&M nothing. But the Aggies are at the Hurricane 17. So things could change there. .3 seconds left in this one. Absolute battle today. Mount Union 71 and Ohio Northern 68. Collier, Kassenheiser, Farrington, Taylor, and Hamilton on the floor for Mount Union. So that first of all, you got to get the ball in bounds.
Yeah.
Get possession of it, and then hope for you foul. You make some free throws, and we can get out of here. Long baseball pass to Kassenheiser. Chance at the other end of the floor, got grabbed. He'll shoot 2 line right. 2.6 seconds left, and the Raiders could maybe put this baby away. Up by 3.
Again, here comes the defensive substitution with Dunbar coming back in. Again, I like this move.
We're good, John. We're good. I need you back in.
All right, a couple of big free throws for Chance. Kassenheiser, 17 points today for Mount Union. They've needed all of them. First one's the big one. It's good. 18 for Chance. 72-68. Mount Union by 4. Whew. This has been a
so funny.
2-hour excursion.
They started off with nobody in the paint.
Right.
Now, gradually, everyone kind of lined back up on the free throw line.
Kassenheiser again. That one is good. Chance has got 19. That should wrap it up.
Yep,
2.6 seconds to go. Just let him go. Inbound, 3 ball by Miller. At the buzzer is good, but it doesn't matter. Well, it matters somewhere, but not here. Final score, Mount Union 73 and Ohio Northern 71. What a wild basketball game today. And these are the kind of games you just find a way.
Yeah.
You need to find a way, and that's exactly what the Purple Raiders did here today. Your final score, Mount Union 73, Ohio Northern 71. The postgame show is coming up next. Keep it right here on AM 1310 WDPN. It's Mount Union basketball presented by SARTA.
Discover something new at Union House and Alliance. Step into our boutique and get screen printing done on the spot, from unisex tees to sweatshirts. Browse our women's boutique clothing and don't miss our hand-poured soy candles and family and pet-safe home cleaners, all made in-house. Visit us at 1686 South Union Avenue, right across from Mount Union Ponds. Open Tuesday through Friday from 11 to 5 and Saturday 10 to 3. Stop in and see what's new at Union House.
SARTA me to shop, work, activities, the park, the doctors, or the grandmas.
SARTA riders count on us to go so many places, enjoy so many things, and visit so many friends and family members. Nearly 1.5 million riders on 27 fixed routes and nearly 100,000 ProLine rides for a total of 4 million miles.
Every ride tells a story, and every rider counts. Where to? SARTAme.com.
Hey, sports fans, want the latest local sports news, game photos, coach and player interviews, and live play-by-play coverage? Then follow Q92 Sports on social media now. We're on Facebook, Instagram, X, Threads, YouTube, and SoundCloud. Like, follow, and subscribe today. Catch the highlights, relive the moments, and stay connected to your hometown teams. Q92 Sports, your home for everything local sports. Real teams, real action, real coverage. Follow Q92 Sports on social media.
You're listening to Mount Union basketball presented by SARTA on AM 1310 WDPN.
All right, we are back at the Max campus of the University of Mount Union. Sam Berkland and Ryan Keller. Hello, everybody. 73-71, the Purple Raiders eke one out over Ohio Northern. And now the Mount Union men's basketball team goes to 11-0, and Ohio Northern drops to 5-5. But I'll tell you what, thank you.
It's the best start in school history.
They made us earn it today, didn't they?
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely, they did. Let's check out some of the stats here real quick. Kevin Moore with 6 points, Barrington with 9, Larich with 6, Kasenheiser with 19, Kevin Hamilton with 7. A slow first half, but he really hit some clutch shots down the road or down the line. Vaden with 4, Collier with 9, Dunbar with 6, and Weekly with 7. Mount Union shot 66% in that second half. For the game, they shot 48%. They were 4 of 8 from the three-point line in the second half, 7 of 9 for the game, and 24 of 32, 75% from the free throw line in the second or for the game. Northern, Harris with 12, Mag with 12, Struder with 10, Miller with 12, Langford with 6, Gaston with 7, Morris 7, Stewart with 2, and Schultz with 3. They shot 42% for the game. They were 8 of 26 from the three-point line and 11 of 15 from the free throw line. Mount Union had 22 turnovers, 16 turnovers for Northern. So even losing the turnover battle, able to still hang on there. Total rebounds, 31 for Mount, 30 for Northern. Farrington led all rebounders with 8 for the Purple Raiders. Lorich added in another 7. Points off of turnovers, 30 for Northern, 16 for Mount. Points in the paint, 30 for Northern, 16 for Mount. Fast break points, 15 for Mount, 15 for Northern, 14 for Mount. And Mount had 26 points off the bench in that ball game. So again, the depth of them and that 5 minutes where they took 5 off and put 5 on was huge for the Purple Raiders. They were able to find a way to get some momentum back into this ball game, and that's really what brought them back. They had a 9-0 run and gave them the lead there in that second half.
Neither at all. Final score, Mount Union 73 and Ohio Northern 71. Mount 11-0. Now they'll break here for a little bit. We'll come back when they come back. That'll be on Monday night, Monday night, December the 29th. Mount Aloysius will be here at 7 o'clock. It's part of the holiday tournament here, Holiday Classic. And then on Tuesday, December 30th, around 3 o'clock, since it'll be the second game of the doubleheader. So we'll say around 3 o'clock, Calvin and Mount Union, the number 8 and number 9 ranked teams in the country in Division III. And I don't know about you, but I'm looking forward to that.
That's going to be a fun game to be here and check out and to see.
That'll be a good measuring stick. You know, when you're in the top 10 both, I think both teams are like, okay, we'll see where we are after we play so-and-so. We play so-and-so.
Yeah, I think so as well. And I think Mount will get to see them come up for a game because the last couple games they've been down. They've struggled to get fired up and to really get into the basketball games. I mean, that's a good thing as Jack Dunbar is going to come join us, though, that they can have slow nights like this and still find a way to come back and pull up a victory.
Yeah. It was a grinder. No doubt about it. Final score here today, as the Purple Raiders get the gritty win here today by the score of 73-71. Area Jack Dunbar joining us here on the broadcast. Jack, congratulations, man, 11-0, and we needed all of it today, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. Great fight. You know, that's a tough team that came in here. They gave us their best shot. We handled it. Move on, go into Christmas.
And a much-deserved break. I think you guys are ready after today was like a 2-hour excursion through the woods in the winters. Like, come on, are we going to get there? And you did. Talk about kind of like the slow start, but then you came in, Vade comes in, Hamilton comes in, and you get that little juice that you provided. Take us through that if you could.
You know, we're really good 1 through 18. All our guys are really skilled, really, really good players and ready for that opportunity. So when we came in, like, our job is to bring that juice. When it's our job to pick them up, we're going to get in there and pick them up. And it's a ripple effect. So, like, one guy starts, everybody's going to pick that up, and it's just going to go down the line.
How has your ball game improved just this season as far as, you know, mentally, physically, you're getting your shot when it comes to you, and you never know when you're going to get called upon. Half the battle is just being ready, right?
Yeah, I would say, like, I've gotten more comfortable the more I play. Speed of the game, like, I'm slowing it down, and I'm just seeing the floor, and I've gotten more and more comfortable with more and more experience out there, game to game.
What do you think is the best? Like, when you guys are on the floor, you mentioned 1 through 18 or whatever's on the roster, you can go with so many different combinations of 5. And maybe you guys are still searching for that, right? Because even though you played 11, it's still young in the season, maybe a little bit.
A little bit, yeah. But like I said, everybody 1 through 18 can be a contributor on this basketball team, and those guys are going to be ready when their name gets called.
All right, what are you going to do during break?
Eat,
besides sleep,
eat, and rest. See my family, and I get to go back home. So
there you go. Well, we appreciate you coming over, Parker. Congratulations.
Thank you for having me. Thank you. Merry Christmas.
Jack Dunbar getting it done for the Raiders today off the bench, just like all the guys did today. It was a total team effort, and Mount Union gets another W, 73-71. Fine young man right there. That's why this team's so good.
Yeah.
They all got good young men and very good basketball players.
Yeah, and Coach Feuline and his staff have done a fantastic job of recruiting, and I feel like more and more local kids are starting to come to Mount Union as well, which is great for the community and the university. But, you know, guys like Jumbar, they're not just great basketball people off the court. They're great people. They're fantastic.
All right. Ready to go?
Sure.
We're going to wrap things up. Final score here at Mount Union today. Purple Raiders 73 and Ohio Northern 71 for this guy, Ryan Keller. Ryan Rainsburg back in the studio, and all of Raider Nation listening in today. Sam Berkman saying so long and have a great afternoon. Mount Union keeps the streak alive. They're now 11-0. Purple Raiders 73 and Ohio Northern 71. You've been listening to Purple Raider Basketball presented by SARTA on your home of the Purple Raiders, AM 1310 WDPN. So long, everybody. We'll talk to you on Monday. Have a great weekend.